We begin with a developing story. A Fox 40 reporter and photographer attacked while out trying to cover a murder investigation. We do want to get right to John Lobertini, one of the people hit in that attack. John, how are you?
Well, you know, Terry, this is one of the hazards of the business, but I got to tell you that we did not expect what we encountered here today. Early this morning, a 27-year-old man, friends identify as Chester Jackson, was shot in the parking lot of this IHOP restaurant here in Natomas off of Advantage Way. In the hours that followed, friends and family gathered in this area, and as you can see, they set up this memorial with candles and flowers and balloons. When we approached just before 4 o'clock this afternoon and offered them an opportunity to talk about Jackson, emotions already high, me and photojournalist Rebecca Little were attacked.
I don't have to
yeah,
this is
do.
public. You
yeah,
right.
You do.
And I'm here and I'm talking. It's public.
Come on, let's go.
You in him.
I didn't do
You in there.
Don't
You know what? And if he don't, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? If he do,
Come on, move. You guys have no sense. Get up, Rebecca. Now, that rocking motion you saw at the tail end of that videotape was photojournalist Rebecca Little laying in this brush. She was pulled down by her hair, and that rocking motion was one of the people that attacked us, kicking her in the face. Now, the incident inside the IHOP began just before 3 this morning. There was a fight inside the restaurant, spilled into the parking lot where the shooting. Investigators are looking for 2 men in their 20s. But, guys, can you come back live here?
You're up, John.
And Sacramento police have stayed here with us, Terry, so we can bring you this live report. It is that volatile a situation.
All right, John. Yeah, very upsetting for us to watch. We can see you there standing and talking, and I want to get to your injuries, but first to Rebecca because we can't see her. How is she feeling? Is she visibly marked up? Has she gone to the hospital?
She has not gone to the hospital. Her left cheek, I think it was her left cheek, very swollen, red. She is more traumatized than anything, but we haven't been to the hospital, so I don't know. But she's very, very shaken. She's new in this business, and, you know, for someone new at this is a pretty harrowing situation to go through. I was punched on this side of my face, punched here as well. But it was a situation I was trying to fight off 6 or 7 or 8 people. I can't even count them because she was laying in this brush and they moved in and started kicking her. And I've been around this mob mentality before, so I knew immediately what was happening. And, you know, I was able to hold them off long enough so that she could get up and we could, you know, backpedal down the sidewalk.
And what's amazing to me is those who don't know you and Rebecca personally, you're very tall, very big in stature, 6'4", 6'5", intimidating and not to be pushed around. But when you have a malady like that, there's not much you can do.
Well, you know, you'd be hard to find a nicer, sweeter human being than Rebecca Little. And, you know, we understand that these are emotional situations. We don't come in here with blazing. You know, I come in, I understand the emotion. I understand the pain. And, you know, we approached them very gingerly, very calmly, you know, offered them an opportunity to talk to this man who, without, you know, a photo or their words, would just be another statistic. And oftentimes that's what we try to do so that, you know, every one of these murder victims isn't a statistic. They are a name and a face, and they have families and brothers and sisters just like you and I do.
Okay, John, we're going to hear more about this at 10. The producer says we do have to get on, but paramedics were not called. The police were. Any arrests as a result of this attack? Well,
that's still in the works. The other local television stations shot the melee here. The police department has looked at that videotape. There are a number of possibilities. Paramedics did come to the scene, but you know, this has just been a blur for the past couple of hours. I didn't talk to them, but hope to in the next couple of hours just to make sure that everything's okay.
All right, and I guess we should note that other cameras were present, so there are good eyewitnesses. You can't argue with videotape.
Yeah.
All right, John, thank you. We're sorry for the injuries that you and Rebecca had to endure out there. And our viewer's voice right now, what do you think about this situation?